What's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly analysis video. In this video, I'll show you the results of the trades I took last week. I'll also show you the exact analysis I used on each trade. That includes the entry reason, stop loss, and take profits. I'll also share with you my predictions for the coming week. If that sounds interesting, hit that subscribe button, the notifications bell, so that you don't miss any of my future uploads coming up. The trade you see here on pound yen is a trade I took last week. I made a video on this prediction. Let me first show you the clip before I go deep. Go to a higher time frame and determine the direction of the market. In this case, the market is making higher highs and higher lows. Now, when the market breaks above this resistance level, I wait for it to retest this level and then find my entry reason to go to the upside. That's how I took this trade. Yes guys, as you can see, I made the analysis last week that it should go up here. Let me read you the analysis why I bought this market. First of all, if you are familiar with my new strategy that I call 50-50 rule RSI strategy, all you do is to change the value of RSI from 14 to 50. Now when you have done that, you then put a horizontal line at 50. This horizontal line is just a normal horizontal line. You put it here at 50 of the RSI values. There's it. So once you have done that, if the RSI oscillator is above this horizontal line, then you look for the buying opportunities. And if the RSI oscillator is below this horizontal line, then you look for the selling opportunities. But for this trade that I took exactly here. The RSI was above the 50 horizontal line here, so I went in here as a buy. So this is a strategy that I use every week to determine whether the market will continue to the upside or to the downside, guys. And on top of this RSI strategy, I also use price action. When there's a confluence of price action and this RSI strategy, then I take a trading decision. The price action here is this market is making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and a higher high that closed above the previous level of resistance. Now what I did was to wait for this market to retest this level of resistance that is potentially going to turn into support, and then I looked for my entry reason. I went to the upside, and all these I did it in the 4-hour time frame. And as I showed in the clip, this was my entry reason. This bullish engulfing candle. My stop loss was 1 ATR below this swing low, and my take profits was about 1.5 risk to reward ratio. So that was the trade that I took. Another trade that I took was Euro New Zealand. This Euro New Zealand was more of a scalping. It was a day trading. I went to an hour time frame, and as I looked at the movement of the market, as you can see, it is an uptrend. Why is it so? Because here it's making higher highs and higher lows here. And also look at the RSI oscillator. Is it above the horizontal line or below the horizontal line? If it's above the horizontal line, then that indicates that we are in an uptrend. So here with my price action, it tells me that we are in an uptrend. In the RSI strategy also shows me that we are in an uptrend. So what I did here was to wait for the market to retrace, and when it retraced, I was waiting for an entry reason. I found it on 5 minutes time frame. The market did go up, and when it retraced back, I saw an engulfing candle. Where did I see that engulfing candle? It was here. This is where I saw that engulfing candle. So what I did, I just entered the market. I put my stop loss 1 ATR below the swing low, and my take profits at the previous level of structure. So what happened? It played out within 6 hours, guys. This trade was failed. Let me show you. It was from here. This was exactly failed within 6 hours, and it was about 43 pips. So this was really so quick, guys. And my next trade was euro dollar trade. It was on 4-hour time frame. I drew my levels of structure on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we have this swing high here, this zone here. We have this level as well, and we have this level here and this level here on the daily time frame. Then I came to the 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, as the market was approaching this level, you can see the loss in momentum here. The loss in momentum, the bullish candles are becoming smaller as it approached this level, and I saw this bearish engulfing candle. I don't know if you can see it, this bearish engulfing candle. So when this happened, I was expecting a counter trend trade, at least up to this level, but unfortunately the market did not agree with my prediction and went against me, and I lost that trade. The fourth trade, guys, is the analysis that I made on Canadian Swiss. On Canadian Swiss, I pointed these strong levels of structure, and I was waiting for the market. As it broke below this support level, I was waiting for the market to pull back around that zone, then look for trend continuation trade. But what happened here, that the market did not exactly go back to the previous level of structure, but what it did, it just made a retracement with an engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle. By this time it was at 8 p.m. I wasn't at the computer, so I didn't see that trade. But if I saw this trade, I would have taken this trade here, and it would be obviously a win. Why was I looking for a down for a selling opportunity? Because if we go to the daily time frame, we can see very well that this market has been making lower lows and lower highs, so we are in a downtrend. Then it made here, it consolidated a little bit here, and finally broke below this previous level of structure, which is the support level. It broke below it. As it broke below it, I was waiting for a pullback to this level, then look for trend continuation. This didn't happen, So what I did again was to wait for this level of structure. Wait for this level of structure to be broken, and then made a pullback to it. Then I go with the trend. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. So this is what happened. It pulled back, not exactly to this level, but it made a pullback of more than 3 candles. And also our RSI is below this 50 horizontal line of the RSI values, and we have this nice engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle. So this was an indication that the trade would go to the downside. And we have another level of structure here. It has broken through it, and it made a pullback to it with a nice rejection to the upside. So what do you think I'm looking for here? I'm looking for a trend continuation to the downside. So this nice rejection here, if I go to a 1-hour time frame, you see this bearish engulfing candle after a doji. So this is an indication that this market will continue to the downside up to here, and probably up to the next previous level of daily structure. So let me see here in the daily. I would expect this market. So I would expect this market to touch this previous level of structure here, or to continue up to here. So what I will do next week, I'll just go and place my trade, sell this market, and I expect the market to come here or to this side here. So these are the few trades that I took last week. I had about 2 wins, 1 trade that I missed out, Canadian and Swiss, and a loss in euro dollar, and that was pretty good because I had over 100 pips in profits. So that wasn't a bad week. And next week, these are the trades that I'm looking in my radar. The first trade is pound yen. Pound yen, we have an uptrend, and we have a daily level of a key level of structure here. And also if I go to a weekly time frame as well, we see this the same level of structure on weekly time frame. So I expect this market, after it has reached to this level of structure here, weekly level, and it is also a daily level, I expect a counter trend to the downside, at least up to this level here. That's about 137.025, or up to this previous level of structure, the support level. So that's what I expect on pound yen. Another trade I'm looking at for next week is Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar. On Aussie dollar, I see a potential head and shoulders pattern. What's head and shoulders pattern? Let's say you have a market going to the upside, it retraces and breaks above the previous level of structure here, there, and then it makes a pullback to make a neckline, and then goes back to the previous level of structure. So this head and shoulders pattern. So what normally happens here, most likely that this market will continue to the downside. So there's something we see which is about to be formed here on Aussie dollar. This Aussie dollar made an impulsive leg, made a retracement, then this fake breakout or false breakout, and it made a pullback to the same neckline. And if this market pulls back to this level around this area and I see my entry reason, then I would expect this market to continue to the downside, at least up to this level or up to this level here. So this is a potential head and shoulders pattern on Aussie dollar, so I would be looking for selling opportunities. And also this level here is a key level of structure on a daily time frame. If I scroll back here, you can see this is a level that has been tested multiple times in the past. We have this level tested as resistance here, resistance, support, 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 and if you scroll back further to the left, you would see this level here has been tested as support as well here. So that's why I expect a counter trend on this trade of Aussie dollar. The next trade is dollar Canadian. Dollar Canadian. Dollar Canadian has been in a downtrend, and when this market makes a retracement to the previous level of support here, I will look for selling opportunities here. Why is it so? It's because first of all, the RSI is below this 50 horizontal line, and also this is a level that has been tested as support, support here. And if you move further to the left, you will see the market is being tested as resistance. So I would look for a trend continuation when it reaches here. So guys, these are the trades that I'll be watching and possibly trade them this coming few weeks. And if I see some other setups that agree with my trading plans, then I'll be trading with those new setups as well. And guys, if this video is really helpful to you, hit that subscribe button with the notifications bell, and also like this video. That will help me with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.